hair's probably still a little crazy, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Is that far enough back? I think, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Anyway, hello and welcome to this live. You're probably, if you're watching this, going to be watching this after the fact, because so far nobody here, and normally only like 1 or 2 people show up for this. So, once again, drinking some Pib Extra today, because they're still beating out Dr. Pepper for price. At least right now at Walmart. But anyway, I have an announcement. I think I'm gonna hit the vape before I announce it. I don't know, I think I've talked about it a little bit on here before, or maybe on like one of my lives on Twitch or something. I've talked about this announcement before. Let me actually go ahead and switch the chat to where it's live chat so I see all the messages. And then we'll make this announcement. Because, check it out. Check it out. Isn't it great? And it's so cute. The only thing about this that I didn't realize until, like, after I did it was, like, I definitely think that I flipped the image when I did the rug. Because as you can see, the image is flipped. Like, they're facing opposite directions. So, I've got this rug here. This beautiful, beautiful rug that I'm going to be hand making more of for this Kickstarter that I'm doing. So this is going to be the main event of the Kickstarter, is going to be mainly to make more of these rugs. So I'm going to do my best to promote these, especially. But in addition to that, I figured not everybody's going to want to buy a rug, but people might like the icon, like the symbol that's on there, the drawing. So that's why we have the t-shirt. And I just got this yesterday. I'll try it on for you. Try this on for you. It's a New Balance athletic small 34-36. It says, what does it say? I think it says made in Heco in Honduras, but it's 100% polyester. It's a keep dry, like, wicking fabric. The shirt itself was like $7 and some change. So of course, if we're getting them in bulk, we might be able to cut costs a little bit on that. But I'm gonna give everybody the opportunity to say what, like, which shirt we should go with, like what cut or anything, because this could even be V-neck here. Like, that doesn't make any difference between the V-neck and the regular neck, regular crew neck. So we're going to, once the Kickstarter actually launches, we're going to have different voting in the backers chat, the comments section and everything, and we'll have people pick, like, which t-shirts we want to go with, if we want a long sleeved option. Do we want one of our stretch goals to be a little coral printed on the shirts, the t-shirt sleeves, or like on the long sleeves? Sorry for the burps, I'm drinking soda. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so like me and my friend were talking about putting coral pieces like on the arms, like either here or here. So that could be a stretch goal, that like if we reach that goal, then like all the shirts, instead of coming with just the 2 prints, the main print and the branding print on the back, they'll come with the extra print on the arm as well. If we reach like a certain amount, because I think my goal, I think I set it to like $5,555 or something like that, all the fives. So as long as we reach that, like that's all that I care about, is just reaching that. And I watched a video where like somebody was saying that without even doing any marketing for their Kickstarter for something super basic that wasn't even like really art related, it was like socks or something, and they didn't do anything besides just put it on Kickstarter and they raised like $3,000. So I'm really hoping that I won't have to do too much advertising before this. Um, but I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm toying around with the idea of like when I want to launch it. So at first I wanted to launch it on August 1st. When it was like a couple of months ago, I wanted to launch it on August 1st. And then I did absolutely almost nothing to do with getting it ready until like the last minute. And so it was the last minute, and I realized, I was like, I don't even have a video to go with this. So I was like, I'm just gonna push it off till September the 7th, till my birthday, right? And I was like, I'll just push this off and we'll just do it then. And so now it's getting closer to the time, like any day now, I need to like verify my information with Kickstarter so that I can launch on the 7th, if that is what I want to do. But I'm starting to think that I might want to push it back at least till the 31st of October, till Halloween. So like midnight on Halloween day. So I think I might do that. Or if I don't do that and I'm still not ready to launch it that time, I might then just give myself like 6 months to get it together and to like be paying for ads and getting my stuff seen by more people, because I've been actively trying to like build my Facebook and Instagram and my YouTube, obviously. What did you miss? Well, we were just talking about the Kickstarter, of course. So check it out. I've got this beautiful, wonderful t-shirt that my friend helped me make. I bought the t-shirt and I like placed the thing, but they printed it for me and then heat pressed it for me. So we've got t-shirts. We've got this rug. You remember this rug? That's the main item of the Kickstarter, is this rug. So the goal is like $5,500. So I was just talking about how I'm not sure whether I want to try, because at first I was going to launch it on August 1st. Then I was going to launch it September 7th. But now I'm starting to look at it and think to myself, that's not enough time for me to like have the money to run ads and like get people to the campaign. Like, the whole reason I want to do the campaign sooner rather than later is because I need the campaign to be successful so that I have money to pay myself for doing the things so that I can survive between like then and the next thing. So I really need it to happen sooner. But I also can't afford to put all this time and energy into it and then have it just completely flop. I don't think it would completely flop. I think at the very least we would get like halfway to our goal. Like I think we could definitely, even without outside traction, get like halfway to the goal. Because I think it's a really worthwhile thing. Like, you know, I'm offering prints, I'm offering like the print of this. I also have hand screen printed prints of this that I might offer as a limited edition thing during the Kickstarter. I have stickers of both the icon design and the Four of Costs like tarot card design. I also have the large prints of the tarot card design that are like this big. So I have all of the ones that aren't framed that I could put on as part of the Kickstarter. And it would be really, really a good, it would be good if I was able to actually offload those during the Kickstarter, because then they're not just taking up space in my house, because right now they're just taking up space in my house. So I really need to like get this stuff out to the public. And I think Kickstarter is a pretty good way to do it, because like Kickstarter themselves has like their own whole little community of like backers and super backers and people that just get on Kickstarter specifically to look to see what they want to spend money on. So like they're already, it's like Etsy. Like people sometimes go on Etsy to like shop around or like look at prices or something, but a lot of times like people on Etsy are like willing to pay that higher price. If they're shopping around on Etsy, they're willing to pay that higher price. So it's like if you just have your own website, they're not necessarily going to feel more inclined to pay your higher price versus if they find you on Etsy, right? So it's kind of like the same thing. Like if I'm just selling rug pre-orders like just on my own on my website, like that's one thing. But if I actually offer like a whole Kickstarter, like through Kickstarter, like a lot of traction will come through Kickstarter, especially if I can like offer like an early bird discount like for the first 48 hours, offer a discount of like, I don't know, 10-15% or something, off of the, or like 10 or just 10 or $15 maybe, like just offer a discount for the first little chunk of time, and that way I get a bunch of orders in that amount of time, so that or like Kickstarter pushes it out to a lot more people in a shorter amount of time because like it'll have a time limit on it. And yeah, I've also been playing around with, I don't know, because you can set it as either a 30-day or a 60-day campaign, and I don't know what to do. I was originally gonna do a 30-day campaign, but like apparently out of like a 40, I don't know if it's different for 30-day campaigns, but I watched a video that was saying that like out of a 45-day campaign, everybody like normally if they're gonna reach their goal, they do it by day like 36 or something. So like nearing the end, but not like the very end. So like I'm just wondering, like if I give people extra time, will that bring in more people, or will that keep people thinking like, oh, I have extra time until they don't? You know, I don't know. Somebody liked this. Thank you. Thank you for the like. I'm glad you're enjoying sitting here and discussing this with me. My hair is all frizzy too. I got up, I woke up, I brushed my hair, I didn't feed the cats. I like was awake for just long enough to sit here and watch like a couple of YouTube videos, and then I just like completely passed out. And oh, somebody else gave me a like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I completely passed out and like couldn't get back up out of bed until like 2 o'clock. It was literally like 2 or after 2 by the time I had like rolled over and was like, what day is it? Like, what's going on right now? You know, and my phone just like kept going off in the background, and like I would keep hearing it, but like I wouldn't be able to like muster up the energy to get up and do anything about it. But yeah, I was gonna show you the stickers too, but I have no idea where my stickers went. Like, I had them somewhere. Like, I'm so glad that I'm planning on like sending off for stickers, like going through a company for stickers for this Kickstarter, because I can't find my other stickers. Yeah, that was another thing that probably happened before you showed up. I'm gonna do stickers. I've got the stickers like this on holographic paper, and then I've got the actual card, like the 4 of Costs card that I did the screen prints of. That's a sticker design as well. So there's a couple of different tiers. Like I could bust open the laptop right now as long as it's not like dead and show it to you, or like read it out to you, but I think I remember mainly in my brain what it is. It's the t-shirts, it's the regular prints, it's the stickers, and it's the rug. And then on my friend was talking about doing maybe like long sleeve shirts, and maybe even doing as a stretch goal like a coral design to go on the sleeves, or like down here on the sleeve, just like on one side. Because the ink and time used in like doing all of that would be like super negligible. So it would just be like an extra thing to do to make sure it gets done before each shirt gets shipped off. Um, or like packaged up and warehoused until we ship them off. So that would be a really good stretch goal to do. And yeah, we were talking a lot about it like yesterday when we were making this shirt and after we had made the shirt. Because it literally took like less than 5 minutes to like pop it on the shirt and pop it in the heat press and like be done with it. So of course, if we get an order volume of like 1,000 shirts, that's gonna take a minute. But it's doable. Like I know that it's doable, and I'll be helping my friend out with like them getting part of the proceeds because of like me using their supplies and their heat press, their electricity for the heat press and everything. And then the fact that they'll be probably helping me pack and like that's probably who's going to be helping me pack and ship orders, is the friend that helped me make this t-shirt. um because yeah, we'll have to, probably what'll happen, because I think we can roll these rugs. I think it would be best to like roll the rug and ship it rolled, probably. Just that way so that it doesn't get all, like if it's this way, like that's just such a huge box for like no reason. You know? Like I feel like we'll be able to ship them rolled because I just rolled it up and it doesn't look any worse for wear than it did before. So yeah, we've gotta, like I've factored into the budget like a certain amount for like shipping each item and everything. So like that's why, like I did all the math once to figure out like how many orders I would have to sell in order to make that amount, and then like what percentage of that is going to like shipping costs and like materials costs and all of that. And it should be balancing out well enough that, because like the bulk of it is like the time that it takes me to actually make this rug and the labor involved in actually putting the yarn into the canvas. Or it's not canvas, it's like monk's cloth tufting fabric or something. I don't think I used monk's cloth on this. I think I used just like regular tufting fabric. I don't know what the difference is between those two. But yeah, so the main bulk of the payment is for me doing the labor. So I should be looking at a very large paycheck up front for doing all this labor. Now, of course, that doesn't mean I'm just getting paid to sit on my butt. I'm not gonna like hire out other people to like help with that part. Like if we're getting backed up on orders and it's taking me a while to do it, or my friend doesn't have anything else going on, like I'll pay them a few dollars here and there, like for helping me to do some of the tufting and like gluing and backing and all of that. Like it's good to have a second pair of hands around. So like they'll be getting a cut of that, but like I'm really just hoping that I'll exceed my goal well enough to where I'll get like a really healthy paycheck to where I can live off of it for the entire time that I'll be making the rugs. So that I won't have to also be like working a fuller part-time job on the side while also dedicating all my extra time and energy to this. But yeah, let me get some more to drink, I think. But yeah, so that's the plan, is like holographic vinyl waterproof stickers, the sublimated t-shirts. This one hasn't been washed yet, so apparently the color does fade a little bit from the first wash, but like after that it's not supposed to fade that much more. Yeah, I'm excited too. I go broke for you. Yeah, well, my highest package on there is like at least $500, like the package with everything in it, like the rug and the t-shirt and the print and the stickers. Like that package is definitely at least $500 or more. Because I forget what I was selling the rugs for on there. I forget what I was, but it includes, I rolled in shipping costs into the cost of the products. So it won't be like, here's the products and then you have to pay like X number in shipping charges for your specific space, like where you're at in the States or internationally or whatever. Like it's just rolled into the price already. So everybody pays a flat price, and then there's just going to be a pool of money that will be for shipping costs. And then it'll get divided however it needs to pay for those shipping costs. Hopefully that'll work in my favor and I won't have to eat a lot of shipping costs. Because I really tried to factor in materials and everything for all of that. So we'll be seeing. We'll be seeing what the deal is with that soon. Let me actually take this off so that you can actually see the shirt better. And I could probably also do that. Yes. Cool. Awesome. But yes, that's the plan, is to do that. And like I was saying, I was planning to launch it August 1st, and then I didn't have anything done. And so now the plan was, okay, I'll push it back for like just over a month. So I was pushing it back till my birthday on the 7th. And I would have to have absolutely everything done for it within like the next week, basically. Like I would have a week, like this week. And I don't think a week is going to be quite long enough for me to feel comfortable with like launching. So I think earliest launch we could count on for this would be Halloween. So if it's for sure, because I'm trying to have everything in the campaign itself together and done before I actually announce for sure. Like I did announce in my TikTok briefly. I was like, I'm gonna be doing a Kickstarter and I think I'm gonna do it August 1st. And then I just like didn't say anything else about that or do anything about it. So now I had to push it back. So I'm gonna do another TikTok and be like, okay, TikTok gang, guess what? I lied. Unintentionally lied. But the new date that we're pushing for is October 31st. So hopefully I can get one of these TikToks that I make about the Kickstarter to go viral, especially like once the Kickstarter is live. If I could get like a TikTok to go at least mini viral, and I could have like the link, like my link tree in my bio or something, with the link to that in there, or just something. If I could just like somehow, or like have a page on my website that redirects you to the Kickstarter too. I need that too, so I need to get that in order. But if I could just have some way of like funneling people from TikTok to the Kickstarter, you know, or if I could just be like, look up this on Kickstarter, you know, look up my project. I don't know. I don't know how accurate the search is on Kickstarter. I would assume like it's accurate enough, right? Like if they type in 4 of costs rug, they'll probably see it. I would assume. I don't think they would like nest it under search results if I'm like not getting a lot of traction. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, especially if this goes well, I'm definitely gonna look into doing more Kickstarters in the future. Like for my different cards, like what I'll do is every time that I have, like I already have the 2 of Bounties card with the 2 fish that are like Pisces type fish almost. Because the two of Cups is normally like relationships and all of that stuff, like your intimate romantic relationships and stuff. So the 2 fishes, like the Pisces fishes, just like partnered up, like enjoying the bounty of nature and everything. So I've got that design that I already have on some t-shirts, and I could put in the Kickstarter budget for that one to like have a budget for like screen printing. So I could like buy my own screen printing stuff off of that and like screen print more shirts with just the outline design of the card. Or I could turn it into an iconographic splurge splatter thing like this. I don't know. Something like that. But I have big plans for the future because I have like 97 different cards that I'm going to be making. So like instead of the regular 90 or instead of the regular 78, I added an extra suit and 5 extra major arcana cards. I haven't drawn up any of these extra cards yet, but that's the plan, is to be drawing cards. And honestly, if I didn't have to worry so much about money, that's one of the main things I'd be doing right now, is drawing up my tarot cards, because I feel like that's eventually going to be like a really my phone just went off, sorry. That's what was I even saying? I don't know what I was saying. But anyway, yes, tarot cards. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a really like lucrative and good thing in my life eventually, when I can like get to the point where I've got all the cards made and I'm just ready to actually like do the Kickstarter for the card deck, right? Like that's gonna be the big one. So this is kind of me like dipping my toes in the water, like trying to figure it out, trying to get it all figured out and have a feel for it before I go like all in for like the big one, you know. And this other artist that I follow that's on YouTube, Zeke's Lunchbox, she had done the same thing. Like when she was doing her tarot cards, they had like a mini tarot card related Kickstarter, where they sold like prints and a flag, right? So I was lucky enough to get one of the remaining orders for the prints and the flag after the fact. So I'm really excited about that. Like I still haven't framed and hung the prints, but one of these days. But she did something like that, and I think that they turned out all the better for it, because I had invested in this other Kickstarter for the Octopus Tarot by Luna Charlotte. And that one was so disorganized. It became such like this large scale thing that the creator had like no intention of it being. And it ended up taking like way longer to get the product out to us. And then like there were problems at every step of the way and just everything. So like I want to be like the first creator, not the second creator. I want to be the one that's like done this before. This isn't my first rodeo. Like, you know, I've got a handle on things. Not, oh, everything's so new, I didn't know this was gonna happen. Sorry, please bear with me. You know, like I want to be able to like have people trust in me and my ability to like make it through the process of doing the thing, because I am the most resourceful person that I know. And if there's one thing about me, it's that I'm going to make it happen. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm super excited, the t-shirt fits really well. It was actually in the men's section, but it's a small, so like you can see it kind of hangs off of my well, if my undershirt would stop sliding down, that would be great. But it kind of hangs off, the seams hang off of my shoulder just a little bit. But I don't mind that. Like, as long as they're not like really itchy seams, I don't mind that. But I mind itchy seams wherever they're placed, so luckily this is a really nice, like, soft shirt. It's, like I said before, it's like a sport blend, so it's got like, can you see it? It's got like this like golf ball type texture to it. So like you can especially see it kind of in the image. I don't know how good the image is coming through for you guys, but I can kind of see it on my screen. So yeah, anyway. So it's a really nice bright white. It's supposed to be like wicking the sweat off of you or something. I don't know. It was like wicking material, and I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. So I can wear you in the summertime with another shirt underneath, probably. That's cool. And I did yesterday, and it was not. I like normally I'm like pouring sweat, and yesterday when I was wearing this shirt on top of another t-shirt, I had to like be out in the heat of the day for like an hour or so, and I wasn't like directly in the sun, but I was in the car, and our AC isn't working, but I didn't feel half as hot as I would have expected to with wearing two shirts. So, I don't know if this is going to be the exact same shirt that we eventually go with, because I don't know if they sell them in like 6 to 10 packs or 12 packs at Walmart online. But if I could get like, because the lower the cost of the shirt, the more in profit I can like split with my friend. Instead of, because like, I think I'm charging like $50 for the shirt, including shipping, like worldwide shipping. So, like, I feel like for a decent quality t shirt with an original art print on it, that will only like I think I'm only gonna have branding like across the back, like at the back of the shirt. Um, so it's not gonna be like heavily branded up here. So I feel like all things considered, with shipping included, like that's not super a lot to pay for a shirt, because the normal price range is like anywhere from like on the lower end 20 to like $30. So a lot of that is like shipping. I feel like I added at least $15 for shipping on every item, except for the stickers, because the stickers are like really easy to just like put in an envelope and send off. And like if they get lost in the mail or something and I have to like do that a second time, or like pay then for a priority envelope or something, you know, they're just stickers. They cost pennies on the dollar to actually make. Um, what sucks is that the stickers are like just bad for the environment because of the backings and the sticker material itself and stuff. So like I don't like that part, but there's no getting around stickers. People love stickers. There's no getting around it, and people want their stickers to last, which means eco-friendly stickers. Like, they do have eco-friendly stickers, they do, but they're specifically made to not last as long, because that's the more eco-friendly option. So like there's with art and quality and what people expect, you just can't get away from old vinyl stickers. You know, there's no escaping it. That's the other thing, is I've been thinking, because what I might do is my next Kickstarter after this might be an enamel pin Kickstarter, right? For like maybe the same design. So like maybe I could piggyback off of this one Kickstarter to be like, all right, y'all love that? You love that design? You like that? You want more products? I can make you more products. So I'll just like go from that to like the um one pin Kickstarter, or maybe like two pins. Maybe it'll be like that one and like, I don't know, the fish or something. The two bounties fish. Something like that. It'll be like a couple, like maybe two designs tops, and then I'll have like the stickers of like the second design, not the stickers from this design. Or maybe I'll put the stickers from this design in there too, just in case people who haven't already bought them or didn't buy them in the last Kickstarter can still buy them. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. But I'm trying to get it all clear up in here, and it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Like, lately, I've just been so out of it. Like, I don't know what's been going on. Well, besides the fact that there are like 7 planets in retrograde right now, so there's that. But yeah, I've just been feeling really down and like just not good. Not good things, you know? Like, I've been trying to like keep myself out of the funk, but it's been rough, you know. And just last night, what I decided to do, because yesterday I had to go. First of all, I had to wake up and do everything around the house that I needed to do, like feeding the cats and getting myself a drink and trying to wake up and be alive for the day. And then, so I sat here for a while because I didn't really feel too much like driving and going off and doing things. But I had told my friend, I was like, I am going to look at Walmart because they had already looked at roses and said that they didn't have any in my size in this kind of shirt in the clearance bins or whatever. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna stop at the Walmart between here and your house, and I'm just gonna see what they have. So I looked and I looked and I looked, and finally, for 7 and some change, I found this one. This one shirt. And they luckily had it in a small. So I was like, cool, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get it because it's less than $10. And if I can make this t-shirt for less than $10, that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. Less than $10 for like a promotional, this is my Kickstarter t-shirt. Yeah. Like way cheaper than like sending off for a single print of it through like a print on demand or something. Like that would cost like $20, you know? So anyway, I got the t-shirt. I was like, all right, I got the t-shirt, I'm coming over. And I still had to like do shopping in Walmart, but my house is like 10 or 15 minutes from the Walmart in the opposite direction of my friend's house. So I wasn't going to like go shopping and come home and deliver the things and then go to my friend's house. I just bought the shirt first and like a coffee, and then went to my friend's house, and we had this done within like I said, 5 minutes, like tops. We had it done, and that's only because we weren't like rushing or anything. We were specifically trying to like take our time and make sure that it was perfect and good. And so we did that, and then we hung out for the rest of the day because like I didn't drive 45 minutes to just, all right, I got my t-shirt, bye. I'm not doing that. Like, the longer I can sit in a place before I have to drive again, the better. So we hung out and went to the store and all that good stuff. And then I had to go by Walmart on the way home. And this time I actually bought the stuff to meal prep. So I went ahead last night, like I didn't buy a lot of stuff to meal prep. I basically just bought the stuff for like this week to meal prep. So my mom had brought me some zipper peas and some okra. So I cooked up some zipper peas after it had got late, because I was trying to put the chicken with like some butter and garlic and everything in a can of like the chicken noodle soup part. Like, I put all of that in the crock pot and then had the crock pot sitting there, and it wasn't working. Like, for hours, it just sat there and just wasn't working. And so I finally, like, I tried it in all the different outlets. I tried it on high, I tried it on low. It just won't work. It's just not working anymore. We need a new crock pot. So I had to, having never baked chicken before in my life, okay? Having never baked a simple chicken before in my life, I had to take these chicken breasts and bake them in a baking pan. I had to figure it out, like, with no recipe, like, as I went along. I like had my partner Google a recipe so that I would know not to cook it too long to begin with. So I cooked it for like an hour and it wasn't quite done. So I had like poked into it to see if it was done for like every one of them, and every one of them was the same. So now they're like poked apart just a little bit. So I was like, well, I'll leave them in for like, what did I say? It was either another hour or 30 minutes. And so I leave it in there. And then I come back and then I like peel it apart with the fork and I'm like, oh, this is all right, but there's still a lot of soupy stuff in here, you know, because I had literally put Campbell's condensed soup in there. So like, of course it's soupy. There's soup in there. So I was like, all right, well, it's still soupy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this all apart, because normally when we make barbecue chicken in the crock pot, we'll like let it cook as is until it's able to be pulled apart, and then we'll pull it apart and cook it longer so that it gets all the sauces into the inside meat and stuff. So I did that with it and put it in for like 30 more minutes. And oh my god, I tasted a piece of it before I like put it away. Oh man, it's so good. Like, it's so buttery and garlicky and good. Like, definitely some butter garlic chicken. Like, some baked chicken. The best baked chicken you've ever had in your life, alright? And I don't even cook normally. But like I saw my friends today, I was saying in the group chat, I was like, you know, just because I don't cook, don't mean I can't cook. Those are two totally different things. Like, just because we don't have a dishwasher and I prefer not to cook because dishes, doesn't mean I'm incapable of the thing. So, really surprised myself though, because I would have thought a lot of the times when I'm cooking something for the first time, there's something wrong with it, but like, it tasted really good, and the peas tasted really good too. So I loaded up. I had got, yesterday when we went to the store to Dollar General, I had got these little like lunch trays with like a split down the middle so that you can have two different things in them, and they were like $1.50, right? Like, they weren't super huge, but like, he's trying to watch his portion sizes and only eat X amount of food and keto stuff and all that anyway. So I was like, these should be perfect, and if they're not, this is like $3 that I'm spending right now. It's better than spending like $10 on something that doesn't work and finding out that it doesn't work. $3. Way better deal. So I got them and I portioned them out for him and put the rest of it in some other containers. So now he should have, even if I have to cook the third bag, because my mom gave me 3 different bags of zipper peas. So I cooked 2 of them last night and I left 1 of them in the freezer just in case 3 was too much. But even if I have to cook those zipper peas again this week, like, he should have enough to get him through the week. And then for next week, we'll do like a different set of spices. Like, we'll do spicy chicken or something for him, baked in the oven with like, I don't know, sriracha or something. I don't. We'll discuss it and we'll figure it out. Or we'll do like a bacon ranch chicken or something like that with like, I don't know. Would I do sour cream with that? I don't know. I don't think he likes sour cream. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I digress. My point being that because of the mishap with the crock pot and it just sitting there for hours not cooking when I thought it was cooking perfectly fine, it ended up being like really late. Like, it was after midnight by the time I got to bed. And so I like woke up, like, here we're coming to the final point of like why I'm even telling you all of this. Like, I woke up early this morning, even though I had gone to bed after midnight. Like, I woke up at like 7 or something when my partner was leaving, and I like didn't go right back to bed. I actually like got up and like went to the bathroom and got a soda and came back and like started watching YouTube videos, and I actually like passed the fuck out. Like I still had like over half a soda just sitting here just like going flat, and I laid down and could not wake myself back up until 2 o'clock. So that's why I'm a little late today to today's stream, is because I baked chicken for the first time last night and it was delicious. I could have just said that. I could have just been like, oh, I was late. I didn't have to go into a whole story. I could have just been like, I was late to streaming today because I baked chicken for the first time last night really late, and yeah, couldn't wake myself up any sooner. But yeah, long story short, TLDR, baked chicken is good if you do it right. If you use enough seasoning and the right seasonings, like some kind of bouillon cubes or something with that shit, get that extra chicken flavor in there. It's so weird because like chicken flavor, like there is chicken flavoring, like you can flavor things like chicken, but if you just take like a hunk of a breast of chicken and just eat that, there's not the most flavor. Like unless you season it with like salt and stuff, there's just not flavor in just chicken. But chicken's a flavor. I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. That's beside the point. The point is that I can either, I don't know, it's almost 4, so I could either leave it here or I can work some more on this shirt, this crop top that we're making. Actually, is that long enough? Do I need to like, oh yeah, I was gonna do like one more row and then start on the bell for the rest of the sleeve. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I could do this last, no, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Part of me wants to just sit here talking, part of me wants to play ukulele, and part of me does actually want to crochet this. But if I crochet this, then like as soon as I'm done with this next round, I've got to pull up the pattern and see what's going on with the pattern and what I do next. Because I know I'm supposed to switch to a bigger hook. And I think I also switched the stitches. Something like that. Let me go ahead and look up the pattern. And see what it says. Sleeves. First section of the sleeve. Okay, so I have the option of doing an increase row. I think what I might do is not do the increase row. Yeah, okay. Cool. So yeah, I think that's all that I need to do, is I just need to do the bigger stitch with the bigger hook after this row. So I think we're gonna do that for a minute. And then I also have to, let me actually just go ahead and get out the bigger hook so that I just have it. I have to, today, hopefully, I'll be able to actually record my Kickstarter video, because that needs to be done. Like, I need to record a clip of me in the t-shirt in the studio or outside or something, and then I also need to like dress myself up and read through my script a few times and just like get the main video recorded, because I think I have video footage of like pretty much everything else. Like I don't have this just as a print. So like, I don't know, maybe I'll just, do we have enough ink? If we have enough ink, or what I can do is I can get my friend to print it for me if I have to just print one like as big as you can on a regular sheet of paper, on like cardstock or something, so that I have like a test print. I don't know. I need to talk to her about that. Because what I could do is I could go over there one day, or even if they wanted to just like have it there and then they could record a little snippet of the print itself. But like, I don't know how big of a print I want to make it. Like, I should probably just make it like an 8x8, because I think that is like either 8x8 or 10x10, because I feel like those are going to be the more likely to be stocked frame prices, and they're unframed prints that I'm offering. So I want people to be able to like actually find good quality frames for their prints. So I might need to take that into account. So then, yeah, what I could totally do, well, first of all, I could probably just like check my printer and see if it has the right amount of ink for the print. And then if it does, I could just do it myself, because I already have a 8x8 frame. So I could like take video footage of the print unframed and then the framed print, and just be like, yeah, prints are unframed, but this is what it would look like in a frame. You know, something like that. Oh, okay. Oh, and let's say it was at 52 minutes. So trying to keep track of how long this takes to actually make. And why not? Let's hit that other vape real quick before we continue. In just a second. Once I get out of this flow. of doing these stitches. But yeah, I think because of like how many how flared this already is, I don't think I'm gonna add an increase row. Because I think that'll end up with like huge bells for the sleeves, and I don't really want that. This one was supposed to be like even more like cinched at the top, and I mean it is a little bit, it is, but it's also not as stark of a difference as I would have liked for it to be. And I'm not going back and undoing all the progress that I've made just to like make it better. Because like I would have to undo the whole sleeves. The whole sleeves. Or sleeve right now if I were to do that. Alright, so let's slip stitch across here. And then we switch to the larger hook now. Okay, so that was round, let's see. Round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. Alright. So on round 19 of the other sleeve, that's when we're gonna start belling out. So that's how long it is now. But let's hit this other vape first. And then in just a second we'll continue on. Alright. But now we do 2 instead of 1. Let's see. And we don't have the most yarn left. So honestly, after I'm done with this one sleeve, I might just wait until I can buy more yarn before I continue on with the other sleeve. That way, like, maybe I won't have to cut the yarn. Or, like, attach the yarn. Not cut, but attach the end of the yarn to the other end of the other yarn. I'm really excited to see what it looks like after going up the hook size though, because the last time that I made it, I didn't, because it was already belling out like so much at the beginning that I was like, I should probably just like stick to the pattern, don't do the increase row, and just use the same exact hook for the whole rest of this. Stopping in time with this song. I've got my own songs stuck in my head. It's a great problem to have. I've written so many new songs recently. So like, yeah, I need to like, that was actually one of the things that I was gonna do before getting on to stream today, is I was going to actually practice my songs a little bit. But then I ended up not doing that because I woke up way too late. Like, I don't understand what made me sleep until 2. Because, like, it's not like I hadn't gotten sleep. I'd gotten plenty of sleep. I've just been, like, I've been oversleeping. And I don't know why. And I don't know how to fix it. Like, because I can't just like stay up later or like wake up earlier, because that doesn't help. Like if I do either of those things, I either sleep in super late or I take a nap in the middle of the day. So yeah, I don't know. This is going to bell out a good bit. So yeah, that should be good. Alright, but what else to talk about? We've already talked about the Kickstarter a lot. I just need to actually get it done. Like I just need to finish I need to go back in and change my date to October and change all of my arrival dates to like November or like January of the next year or something. Because that's one thing, is like the delivery dates for all my Kickstarter stuff is gonna be like a year or more in the future, because I am having, like, I'm making these rugs myself. I have no illusions about how long that's gonna take. I'm operating under no delusions that I can get it done in any speedy amount of time. So the only option was to go with the truth. It's probably gonna take me like a year. If I get a decent number of orders, it could take up to a year to like actually get every single order done and get them shipped out in like good amounts of batches and everything. Because like one thing that I could do is I could like focus all of my energy first on like actually tufting the rug, like making the rug part, and then once I have that done and the back glued, I could just cut them out and then leave them that way without putting the felt backing on until later. Like I could leave that to the last step so that I get like every single rug tufted and ready to be backed before I move on to like backing them. That way I get them done, like instead of getting the first batch done early and then getting every other batch done like 5 plus weeks out from the next, like each batch 5 weeks, Like, if I'm just backing them, I can get each batch out probably within like a week, you know, like a week or so, depending on how big we make the batches. And then it's like the same with the t-shirts. Like, if we do end up doing the coral on the sleeves, like, we will press the first pressing on all the t-shirts. Then we'll press the brand pressing on all the t-shirts. Then we'll press the sleeve pressing on all the t-shirts. And then, once we have that done, we'll be sending them out in batches. And then with the stickers, those will probably be one of the first things that I can send out, as long as like they're not having any delays. With the order process from like Sticker Mule or wherever I end up going. But yeah, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, people who just order stickers and nothing else, they'll probably get their orders like super quick. But I'm still gonna like wait until like I have everything. Like, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like package all of that. Like, I'll order all the stickers in bulk that I need all at once. And then I will package all of the sticker orders. Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll start on other orders and doing other things, and I'll just have the stickers so that I can like just very easily do the packaging of the stickers. And that way the stickers don't get there like 6 months before anything else. So we can like work on printing the things for the t-shirts and like pressing the t-shirts while we're also like I can have my friend pressing t-shirts once I get the t-shirts ordered, and then they can be doing that while I'm working on the rugs themselves, and then I'll put out for the print order for the prints. And then I've also got my hand done prints that I'll be offering, that I'll just like go ahead and package those as soon as the orders come in. And then or as soon as the money comes in so that I can afford stuff. Hi, no problem. I thought you might have been on there. I was wondering if that was you. But yeah, I'm just talking a little bit more about the Kickstarter and just ideas about things, and like how I'm gonna space out the different orders and stuff, because like I don't want it to be like 6 months or more between the first people getting their orders and the last people getting their orders. I want it to be like 3 months or less of like time when we're shipping out orders. So like I want to sit down and draw out like a timeline of things, and then like especially once I actually have done the Kickstarter and I have the orders in my hands, like the number of rugs that we'll actually have to make, the number of shirts that we'll actually have to make, and everything. And that way I can take those numbers and like block out the time and be like, okay, we're gonna work on this many rugs during this time, and then the next batch of rugs will be during this time, and then we'll block out rugs with everything. And then in the breaks that I have to take from the rugs to like not have my fingers all blah, whatever. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I gotta be detailed in planning, because if I'm not, then who's gonna do this for me? Nobody. Gotta do it for myself. But yeah, and then so in the breaks that I take with the rugs, or like while I'm waiting for a section of rugs to dry, what I can do is package the print orders and stuff. Like package all the orders that I can and just have them like stacking, like just have boxes of the ready to send orders on there. And that way like we can go ahead like, I don't know, I'll just have like sticky notes like taped, like I'll tape a sticky note to each package to be like, this is package number like ZYX20 or something, you know, and this is package like ABF40 or something, you know, like these are the different packages, and that way I don't print the labels like super soon. That way I can print the labels like all in one fell swoop, and then just like label like everything in batches, and then get like, hopefully what my friend was saying I should do is like have the list of like when we're shipping out orders not be like, oh, we'll ship stickers first, we'll ship rugs last. It should be whoever placed their order first, like the number of the backers, like backer number 1's order should go before backer number 500's order, right? So that everybody like hopefully gets it in the order that they backed. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do something like that, and also just like stagger the orders, because especially like if the first 50 orders are just for stickers, it'll be really easy to put in the sticker order and then like immediately send out those sticker orders. But the fact that we will from the jump be working on all the items, like producing all the items and getting them done, that will help us be ready for when the next 50 orders are rugs and t-shirts, right? You see what I'm saying? Hopefully that's clear. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking a lot about it because it's one of the things that could be bring me the most luck right now, because like I might have mentioned before, I'm trying to do a Pride festival, but it's going to be like $60, and it's also outside. So I would need my tent again. I would need to put up everything in my tent again. And I have to figure out beforehand, because I'm only going to have one car to load this time. So I got to figure out beforehand what exactly I'm bringing, and only bring the stuff that I'm going to use. So I basically have to do a practice setup before the end of September, if I am for sure going to do that. And then I need to, what else? I need to like take pictures of everything, price and tag everything. And then there's no guarantee that I'll actually make any money. Like I could be sitting there, like because it's Pride, I'll probably sell a bunch of my rainbow themed stuff. But at the same time, there's like nobody guaranteeing that I'm even gonna make the booth fee back. So it could be like another horrible disaster of a day, just like the last one. And it's really getting to me. Like I'm really like psyching out about it because there's no way for me to check the weather for the September the 23rd right now on August the 21st. Like there's no way. Like I could look at the national weather satellite, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be clear a month from now, you know? It's just so frustrating that it's like so many of these events are outdoor events that are just horrid. Like it sucks. Like some of them could be done inside of rec centers and stuff where you could like pop up your tent but like inside or something, or you could just like not have a tent and just be inside. Like it's doable in a lot of cases, and I just wonder why they don't do it. Because it's like so ass when you get to a thing and you've been like planning this for months, and like it's fucking sub-zero temperatures and you can't even talk to people because your teeth are chattering so hard, and like there's nobody around because it's so freaking cold, and like there's other stuff going on, but everybody's just here for the free stuff and not to actually spend money. And then it's like this last one with the wind blowing everything down as soon as we had set it up, and then like the rain happening immediately afterwards. Like this is like the third time that something like this has happened. Because I also had another mishap where like the wind was so bad. We had like left the things that we could that weren't like soft or like prints that would get ruined in the rain. So it was like raining, but I left some ceramics and I think like one or two of them got broken because the whole canopy like blew away. Like it blew like over and knocked stuff over and everything. And so the next day I had to like it was a canopy that like I had been gifted by somebody, I think, and it was already breaking. So like we just had to throw it away, and luckily I had another canopy, I think, at this point, or maybe I didn't have it yet. I think I did because I think I had it when I was going to the beach and stuff a lot just for that instead of selling stuff. But I think I had a second canopy and this was just one that I had been gifted. So I set up my second canopy, but like everything was just wet and it was just gross and it was just a lot. Like it was just a lot. And I don't even remember if we made very much money that day. We might not have. But yeah, so the most money I ever made was almost $300. It was like between 2 and 300. And it was like the very first time that I ever did like a market thing. And it was a uh, kind of flea market style yard sale thing that happens like annually. And I made the most money there out of like all the places that I've tried to set up and sell. Like all the other places, I was lucky to make like $30, you know? So I don't know. Markets are hard. It's hard to know when they're worth it. And it's hard for me now, having invested so much money and time into acquiring all these market things and making things specifically for markets, and then getting nowhere, like being able to do nothing with it. And it's like, should I have been spending all that time and money on like my online presence? Because my online presence is kind of shit. Like, y'all are the real MVPs because y'all are actually here on a regular basis. But most people, like, they'll see my stuff once and like maybe give it a like, or maybe like look at it and like actually watch my TikTok or something. But like most people don't fucking care. Like people just don't fucking care. But you know, I've got to flip that. Yeah. I've got to flip that, right? I've got to start thinking to myself, okay, so if nobody cares, right? If nobody cares, then it doesn't matter what I do. So I might as well be doing something that means something to me, right? If nobody cares either way. So I'm just going to keep doing the things that matter to me, and I'm going to try to like cut corners everywhere else I can so that I can make this a reality, because nobody wants to fucking hire me. Like, none of the places that I've applied to have like hired me or like even taken me to a second interview level or something. Like, I've had 3 interviews and one of them didn't even call me back to let me know that I didn't get the job. So like, I don't know, maybe I still am on the table for that job. But the other 2 immediately, like after the set time limit that they said they were going like get back to me in, they immediately were like, oh yeah, we're going on with other candidates. I was like, okay, great, cool. So why even bring me in? Why even bring me in for an interview if you're going with other candidates anyway? I don't know. It's so frustrating because like with 2 degrees in art and people, like I have degrees in things that count for something, like especially these customer service and sales management jobs. It's like, hello, I'm right here, I'm perfect for something like this. I even dyed my hair. Got all the blue, just about all the blue out of my hair for this shit. And for what? For why? Por qué? Ugh. I don't know. It just gets me heated. I don't know. I don't feel like working on this. I was gonna work on it, but I don't feel like it. But I gotta remember now that I switched over to this other hook when I go back to it. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Like my website has been getting like no traction. Like nobody goes there because it's not a clickable link in my TikTok bio. So nobody goes to my website. Like maybe people are gonna go to my website now because I've been linking it in my recent videos. So maybe after my videos, if they actually get picked up by the algorithm and people start watching them, maybe then people will be going to my website. But I still don't even have. I have done almost all the laundry associated with the market. Like the only thing left is to like hand wash a couple of things, and I guess I'm gonna try and do that tomorrow. But other than that, they're done. They're just in bags. I just have to like go through those bags and pick out the things that I don't have pictures of already and take pictures of those things. And then add them to my website. That's all I have to do. But that's like so many things. It's so many steps. So many steps. What I might do is just take the pictures and like have them on my iPad, and that way I can just hand the iPad with my stuff logged in and everything to my friend and be like, here, just list things. List things for me, please. Like, just do something. Like, I can't. I cannot do this. You know? I don't know. It's like, it sucks because I want to, part of my brain is like, I want to do all the listings in a batch so that I just have this one chunk of time that I'm doing all the listings and it's just done. And then the other part of my brain is like, but I don't want to do like 16 listings all at once. It's going to fry my brain. I want to do like 2 listings a day. So like the two parts of my brain are like at war with each other because it's like it would be way easier to just do it all at once. But no, it would be way easier and like less stress if I just did them one at a time. Look, we haven't gotten anything done yet because you keep wanting to do them all at the same time. And if you keep wanting to do them all at the same time, they're never going to get done. And it's like, but they will eventually if I just put my mind to it. And it's like, they're both right. Both things are right, so I don't know what to do. I'm in decision paralysis about that one. But yeah, I definitely need to eat something today. I think I'm gonna eat some of that baked chicken that I made. Cause I don't know, there's a whole container, and then there's a like small container. So I think I'm gonna eat the small container and leave the rest of the big container for my partner to eat the rest of the week. And then I think, honestly, what I might do for the next time, I had plenty of extra room in that pan. So I might get either just a bigger thing of chicken breasts or just 2 of the same, like that same size. Like if they don't have them bigger, I'll just get 2 of them instead of just 1, because it was like $10 or $11 for the chicken that I used. That's gonna feed him for the whole week and maybe me for today. But if I just bought twice the chicken, it could feed both of us for a week, and that's like $20 for feeding both of us for a week, you know? So that's a lot less than if we were every day for that week eating out. Like, even if just he was eating out and I was eating here at home, like, that's still less money than just him eating out all week. So we'd still be saving money. So that's the name of the game, is I've got to get a system going where we're saving more money and we're spending less money. Both of those things need to be happening. We need to be saving money where we can and spending less money entirely when we can. When we can get away with, like, not doing something, we need to do that. And then that way we'll get to a position where we're actually saving money instead of just, like, spending money all the time. Because we actually have enough money to, like, live off of just from his paycheck. We just have to be frugal with it. And we haven't been the best at doing that. And that's why we're in the position we're in, is because neither one of us are that good at, like, willpower and self-control. Especially when it comes to the pretty shiny things that we like, you know? You know that feel. When you just gotta have something and it's a limited time thing and it's only gonna be done once and you're never gonna have the chance to get it again, and it's fleeting moments and you have to have it. But yeah. So, we just need to be saving money where we can. And I think that with the meal prepping, that's going to be a really good thing for us. Like, we definitely need to get another crock pot, but like I said, with him, if he just eats home cooked meals for like 2 or 3 weeks, we'll make back more than what we would have spent if he was, like, eating out from, like, buying the crock pot. So we need to buy another crock pot, or like an instant pot or something. What do you know the difference between the crock pot and the instant pot? Is an instant pot like a crock pot but, like, more fast? Or is it like a different thing entirely? Because if it's a different thing entirely, I might not want one. I might just want a crock pot. But I don't know. I don't know about all that. I've been meaning to look it up before we actually go forward with buying something. Because if there's, like, a better, faster way. Because, like, sure, I could, like, on a Saturday or something, I can, like, put on, like, something in the crock pot and be doing other things. An instant pot? Do you know about instant pots? Are they, like, a whole different thing from crock pots? Or, like, are they basically the same thing? Instant pot. Instant pot. Like, I've seen it on, I've seen it online, but I don't know exactly what it is. But it sounds like a crock pot, but, like, faster. So I don't know. But, there must be a delay, because, yeah, probably. Oh, okay. Combine lots of machines into one. That's pretty good. There's probably a little bit of a delay, but I also gotta remember y'all are typing. So, yeah. It's not instant communication. Oh, okay. Okay, so would it be worth getting an instant pot instead of a crock pot then? Because it does more things, I guess. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell my partner, right? Is that, like, probably maybe, like, we should go for an instant pot instead of, like, a huge, like, crock pot. Because I feel like the instant pots that I've seen are, like, square and they're about, like, this big. And they're just, like, deep. So instead of it being, like, wide and, like, oval shaped, like this big around taking up space on the countertop, it would be, like, more compact, you know? So that's what I was thinking, is like for the shape alone, just like the fact that good deal on one. Yeah, that's the thing, is we just gotta look online and see, because he was looking up crock pots and he said they're anywhere from like $40 to $80 or something for like, I guess used ones or mid-range ones, or like not the super fancy ones, because I'm sure you could pay, I'm sure you could pay more than that for a crock pot. But yeah, so we need to get one of those, so that we can continue, because I have this whole, like, somebody posted on Facebook this one time, like this whole stack of pictures. Yeah, less space than oval crock pots for sure. But it was like this stack of pictures of like this notebook that they had written all these chicken recipes, like crock pot chicken recipes in. And it was just like 50 pictures of just all these different recipes. And so I saved them, and I've had them in my phone. They've just been sitting there. Like, we just haven't done anything with them. But like, I need to sit down and like have my partner go through the recipes and like pick out his favorite ones so that we can do those, instead of just like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks as far as like spices and tastes go. Um so yeah, that's a thing that we need to do. And then also, now that I've stocked up on yarn the way that I have, I shouldn't need to buy much more from here until I start actually getting a bunch of sales. Like, once I start actually getting a bunch of sales, then I can go buy more yarn. But until I've gotten a few sales, I just can't. I just can't do it. But yeah, I think I want to hit this other vape again, because I'm not going to be on here for too much longer. It's already 4:35. This would normally be when I would be getting off, is like 4:30, but it was an hour later that I got on here, so like I could potentially stay on here for another hour. I probably won't. Also because like it's supposed to only give you, from what they told me when I first started live streaming on YouTube, it's supposed to give you like 25 minutes plus a minute for each of the number of subscribers that you have. So if I have, because I have 94 subscribers right now, so we're at 92 minutes. So that means I'm supposed to have 27 more minutes on here before it cuts me off. But since I stream from either my phone or my iPad, I don't know if it actually like does the cutoff, because I've streamed for longer before. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's like, maybe, or maybe it's like that was for my first stream, or like the first couple of streams, and now that like I've streamed a few times and they've like maybe reviewed my streams and noticed, oh, like this person doesn't have copyrighted music in the background, this person isn't saying profanities all the time, you know, this person's okay, like they can stream, that's fine. Like, maybe they've okayed me in some kind of process or something. That's all I can think of, is either that, or like for some reason the cutoff doesn't work on the mobile versions like it does on the computer version. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tried streaming to YouTube from my computer because it breathes. Like, I don't know if you've been on stream with me on Twitch when it was like the computer's just breathing in the background. It's just like this. Just like breathy, like airy air conditioner sound. It's like a whole thing. So I try not to stream from there unless I have to. So like normally if I can like plug up my iPad and like be streaming from my iPad, I'll do that. Or like if I'm specifically getting on Twitch to stream ukulele stuff, a lot of the times I'll like put my phone on a tripod and stream that way or whatever. Yeah. But yeah. I'm almost at the end of this value pound of Big Twist. This is, well, I used part of it to finish up the sleeve on the first one of these that I made, and then this is like the rest of it, and then this is what I have left. So it's like a small, like maybe between 100 and 225 yards or something. Somewhere between there, I would assume. Because I think the bigger ones are like 300 yards or something. So this is definitely less than one of the normal skeins, I think. Because the normal skeins come all like compacted together, and this one's all loose. It's roughly the same volume, but it's all loose, so I'm assuming it's less than that. But yeah, so we started on the little belled out sleeve. So as you can see, these are a little looser than these stitches. But we'll finish that on a different day. I'm no longer streaming Tuesdays because Tuesdays are like the slowest days for streaming. So like instead of just setting aside time to do that, I've been setting aside Tuesday time for other things. So I will be back on Twitch Friday at hopefully 2 o'clock. Sometimes I don't get to it right at 2. Sometimes it's like a couple of minutes after, and sometimes it's like today. I slept in. And then how about I thought that the community tab for YouTube was like restricted to a certain, once you got a certain number of subscribers. But it was letting me like try to make a text post earlier. So like I don't know for sure now if the community posts are still locked at this. Like maybe they rolled it out when they first rolled it out. It was locked at like you have to have a certain number of subscribers, but now it's not. So like if you know about that, comment below and let me know what's the deal with that, because I could have swore I heard the first thing, and then now it's like trying to let me, someone with less than 100 subscribers, make text posts and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. I didn't make a text post because I was like, I'm about to hop on anyway, that I'll just apologize in person for being late. But yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm getting a bunch of messages on my phone. Oh yeah, from the group chat. Okay. But yeah, so was there anything else about the Kickstarter that I wanted to talk about before I do get off of here? I don't know. Let me think about it for a second. Cuz we like the shirt, right? Were you here earlier when I was talking about the Kickstarter and the shirt and everything? This is my design. In case you weren't aware, I've made a rug of it as well. Cause I don't know if you were on here for any of the other streams when I showed off my rug, but this is my rug. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm doing a Kickstarter for these things: the rug, the stickers, the prints, and the t-shirts. So thinking that's gonna start October 31st, and I might, yeah, I might might make it a 60-day thing. But yeah, this shirt, it took like less than 5 minutes to make and like under $10 worth of materials. So hot shit. Good shit. Great. It's awesome. I'm really excited. The only thing about it is like they're facing opposite directions. So I don't know how well I like that. I don't know how I feel about that. But other than that, yeah. So the other thing with the Kickstarter is like certain things I'll have to like look for in bulk, like the spray adhesive and like the hot glue sticks. I'll have to like search for those. And then I'm pretty sure I can find like the fabric that I need for cheap enough by the yard. Probably like the more that I order, the cheaper it'll be, you know? Hopefully. And hopefully I'll be ordering like at least. Yeah, they can face different ways. I was thinking about like making that like a vote, like in the Kickstarter, like maybe I could make a vote where either it's one way or the other, or they are different ways, like they are now on these test objects, or people get to choose which way they face on each object. I was thinking about doing that and having that as like a stretch goal for like if people wanted to be able to choose, then we could just have it as like one of the stretch goals, so that once we reach that stretch goal, people can just choose which way they face. But I don't know. I don't know if that's all gonna be too complicated. It shouldn't be too complicated, because then we would just divide it, like for the t-shirts, we would just divide it into two options. Like we'd be like option A, option B. Option A, he's facing right. Option B, he's facing left. And we would print X number of option A, X number of option B, and then we just got to make sure that we match the size of the shirt to the proper option. Right? It wouldn't be that difficult. And if we accidentally printed on the wrong shirt for something, I would just like list those in my shop, right? For sale in my shop. Because yeah, I don't know what the minimum order number is gonna be for the t-shirts, for like all the shirts I'm gonna have to get. But if it's higher than what I need, I'm gonna order it anyway. Because I'll have to, for one thing, probably, and then for another thing, like if I have extra t-shirts, I can like continue selling these after the Kickstarter. So yeah, good ideas. Good ideas. I'm full of good ideas. I just need to get them out in the world. That's all. That's all. What else? Was there anything else? I feel like I've been talking about it because I talked about it all yesterday with my friend too. So I feel like talking it through so much is going to be really helpful when it comes down to like actually doing it, because I'll have all of these like good ideas to pull from, right? So I need to make like a written list of these ideas is what I need to do. I need to make a note of it. Like literally a note in my phone or something. So probably I'll do that at some point, and then I need to make a list of all the different things that need doing around the house too, because I need to be like getting through that one little bit at a time. I need to do like there's like a spoon and a fork and the baking pan from last night that need washing. So at some point I'm probably gonna do that, because like me and my partner have this agreement where he does the dishes and I do the lawn work. But like right now, the only thing that needs doing as far as lawn work goes is like the weed eater. We finally got it fixed the other day. Um, so it was just like clogged with dirt, of course. But we finally fixed it the other day, and so now I've got to go around and actually weed eat under all the trees where we couldn't get with the lawnmower, and like around the front of the house and all of that. So like maybe not tonight, maybe like tomorrow night, like when it's like 6 o'clock or something, and the sun is like starting to go down and it feels better outside. Maybe I'll go out and do that. But so normally he would be doing the dishes, but like especially because I've been eating a lot more lately and I've been using a lot more dishes lately, and he works like 5 days a week, right? Like full time. So I don't know. This switch kind of flipped in my brain the other day where I was really down about a bunch of stuff, and I was like, what's even the point of doing any of this? And so it was like, okay, if there's no point in doing anything, there's no point in not doing anything either. You know, like not doing anything is kind of similar to doing things, except when you do things, you have something to show for it. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'll just keep doing things, but what things should I do, right? What should I focus on? And I tried to pull tarot cards about it, and the tarot cards were just like being horrible to me. So I was like, okay, so what should I actually do? And the answer that I came up with was I should do what I would do if it were my job to do my art stuff and take care of the house. If those were my two jobs, take care of the house, do my art stuff, that's what I need to be doing. Because like every once in a while, if I do still need to be putting in job applications, but I can't just sit around and work under the pretense that I'm just going to get a job, because we can't just work under that pretense, because the days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into months, and I still don't have a job to show for it. So we can't work under the pretense that it's going to happen anytime soon. So I can keep putting in applications, of course, and like doing all of that stuff, but at the same time I'm going to pretend like that shit doesn't fucking matter. Because at the end of the fucking day, we're making it without it. Like, we're okay. Like, we'll be okay. We can cut corners and save enough money to take care of the things we need to take care of. We can do that. And like with me bringing in whatever I can bring in on the side, like we'll be okay. Right, yeah. That's how I feel a lot of the time. Is like I'll just get decision paralysis and then just end up sitting around doing nothing. So I finally decided, I made up my mind. I was like, instead of just sitting here like pretending like a job is gonna come along and solve all my problems, I'm gonna get up off my ass and do something about it. And yeah, so I've just been doing things around the house, like to help out around the house, like doing extra dishes and stuff. So I'm gonna try to get a list together of like all the different things that do need doing around the house, so that I can like slowly take them off like one by one, as I also focus on trying to build up my online presence and continue making things, because I think it's important for me to continue making things. Um, Especially if the goal, it really is, but like I don't know, my brain is like I'm a very creative person, and like my brain just goes all kind of places all the time. So I just like I like putting together and making like these tops, all these like customizable top patterns and stuff that I've been putting together, that I haven't written down yet, but that I have like in my brain the steps of what I gotta do to make them. And then the patterns that I've actually been writing down for my amigurumi and stuff. Um, it's been really great like writing these patterns and things, and but there's like still things that I need to do. Like for my first tarot mat bag pattern, I still have to like retest the pattern because somebody sent me an updated version of the pattern. Like they took my pattern and the basics of it and like wrote a version that makes it lay flatter, the bag, when you turn it into the mat. And so I still have to like verify by doing it myself that that works, because I know that my tension is a lot tighter than a lot of other people's, because a lot of times in order to get the right size I have to go up in hook size, so that means my tension's a lot tighter. So it's probably just that my tension is very tight and these other people's tension was like way loose. So like basically it'll be like this a version for people with looser tension, but I have to like try it out for myself to make sure that it works. So hopefully my tension won't be a problem when I try it out, because if it is, then I don't know what I'll do. But that was my first pattern that I actually ran through some testers, and I actually have tutorials for it here on YouTube for the weight 4 and the weight 6 version. But I still haven't released it yet on like Etsy and Ravelry. I haven't released it yet because I haven't tested the other part of the pattern yet myself. Um, I did have a couple of testers that I think did use that part of the pattern, but they didn't specifically state that they did or they didn't. So I only know of one that actually did use that pattern. So I've got to do it myself, make sure that everything is kosher before I like put it out to the masses. And then after that, I do plan on making and getting tested my Ferrero crochet pattern and my Potion Buddy pattern and the mini potion guy pattern. That's going to be a free pattern that I think I'm going to do a tutorial on YouTube or something here. But yeah, I've got like all of this stuff that needs doing, and then my tarot cards. Like I haven't even been drawing my tarot cards. And that's a big thing that I was wanting to do. So like I need to stop acting like, the only reason that I've been acting that way is because of my partner and because of how he's been about things. He just wants me to have a steady income and a steady job, like a steady paycheck. That's all. That's all he wants, is so that we have extra money so that we can actually do things with our life besides just like go to work, come home, eat, take a shower, like do yard work. He wants us to be able to do more. So like we need to have more money coming in for us to be able to do more and afford more. And like that's true. But we can get by with just the amount of money that we have, and we can save money. We can do it. We are capable of that. We just haven't been doing it. So I'm going to stop being of this mindset that we're just so desperate that we just need me to have a job, because we're really not. Even if we had to move out of the place where we're living today, I am 100% sure that we could borrow the money to move, and then if we had to move in somewhere where we didn't have to pay rent, we could move in with my mom or my brother or something, and it would be less space than we have now, but we would be able to make it work, and it would be fine. Like we would be fine. Everything would be fine. Like worst case scenario, everything would still be fine. So I need to just like work on manifesting the proper things without like getting too up in my head about, oh, everything sucks and it's not going to work out and I just need things to work out this way. And it's like, well, maybe not. Maybe they shouldn't work out this way. Maybe there are reasons why they haven't been working out this way, you know? And it's like, yeah, this is fine. But it's like every time I go into a job interview, it's like it's like there's something wrong with me. And every one that I've had, it's like, is this not how normal people communicate with other people? Like, I don't think I'm being weird. I don't think I'm being too much. I don't think I'm being any kind of way. I'm just being myself. But other people don't seem to like that. So I just have no idea. I have no idea what to do about that. Because as it stands, the only thing that I could probably possibly do is go back to working in restaurants. And I didn't just waste my time getting 2 degrees to go back to working in restaurants, you know? And not only that, but like the schedule probably wouldn't line up with what I needed it to line up with working in a restaurant anyway, which would mean we'd need 2 cars, but we couldn't immediately get a car as soon as I start working or before I start working. We couldn't do that. And the only way that it's worth it for me to have a job and him to quit working or try to find a remote job is if I'm making more than he is now. Yeah, I don't, but I gave good answers. Like, that's the whole thing, is I gave good answers. Like, maybe it didn't tick off some boxes that they had pre-prescribed for the role or something, but I don't know. I'm a human being. I don't just fit into boxes. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just been hard trying to look for a job and just like, I don't know. It's like every time that I get an interview, the process resets and it's like, okay, well, hopefully it'll be this job that I get this job. And then we're planning for hopefully getting this job. And then I don't get the job. And then it's like, well, the plan's ruined and now the plan's changed. But it's like, if the overarching plan is me getting to where I need to be in my business and making money off of that, then anything I do in the meantime to support that is fine, but it's not the main point. You know, it's not the main point to like have a job of any kind right now. It's the main point to like get all of this stuff that I'm trying to do off the ground. And I just wish my partner saw that. Like, I just wish he believed hard enough that it were possible so that he wouldn't be some type of way about everything. Because that's the only reason I've been some type of way about getting a job and stuff, is because, like, he's being some type of way. But, like, I realized it yesterday when I was talking to my friend. I was like, I don't want to just get a job. Like, that's probably why the universe is like not giving me these jobs, is because really and truly I don't want it. Like, I would do it if I had to do it, but like, do I want to do it? No. So it's like, if I'm already putting out that kind of energy, like, I don't want to do this, then the universe is like picking up on that and being like, all right, well then don't. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, because it's like, I never wanted to work the jobs I was working before. Like, I didn't want to work, but I wanted money. So like, the money was motivation enough, and I ended up getting jobs and making money and doing all right for myself for a little while there. And then now it's like I can't even like pretend enough to like get a job of any sort that is like worth the time, you know? And it's like, well, maybe you'll have to work something that won't be worth the time for a while because of blah 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 reasons, and everybody has to do things they don't want that aren't worth it, and blah blah blah. And it's like, yes, but at the same time, Rob Banks. Right. Me, Robin Banks, ugh, no. I can't run away fast enough. I couldn't do it. I'm not a very athletic type person, unfortunately. I wish I was. I wish I was more athletic, but like God, like I just said, I baked dinner or lunch for him last night, and this morning I was so wore out that I took like, on top of sleeping from probably around 1 o'clock to like 7. So I got a solid 6 hours of sleep, right? I got a solid 6 hours of sleep to begin with. And then I laid down and took a nap from like 10, 10 until like 2. So that's 10 to 11, 11 to 12. That's 4 hours. So like 10, I had to, my body is like, cannot function with less than 10 hours of sleep. What's up with that? What is up with that? Like, I need all this sleep and then I still feel tired even though I get the sleep. Like, I could take a nap right now. I'm not gonna, because then I won't want to sleep during a real, like, manageable time tonight. But I could totally nap right now. So it's just ridiculous. Like, the fatigue that I'm dealing with on a daily basis is just crazy. Like, I have some kind of chronic conditions that like they have never diagnosed because they always wanted to tell me, "Oh, you're just trying to get out of school. You're totally fine. Just go back to class." So, I've just been dealing with this my whole life and like no diagnosis for any of it, and it's not like it's gotten continually just worse, but I feel like especially the fatigue has gotten considerably worse. Like a good bit. Because like I used to be fatigued and tired and stuff, but I would have insomnia and like not be able to sleep, but I'd like still get up and like go work a full shift or like go to class or something all day, and I'd do things. And now it's like it might be some kind of sleep disorder. I don't know. Like, I really think that it's fatigue from, like, the other chronic conditions that I have that's, like, taking over and, like, making it that way. But it might be a sleep disorder. I don't know. And I don't have access to healthcare to find out. So that's always fun. Like, with my teeth literally rotting out of my face, Like, this is America, right? So yeah, there's definitely several reasons why it would be good for me to have a job, especially one that had like healthcare and dental insurance and all of that. Like, it would be very beneficial. But I just don't see it being worth it to pretend like that's the be all end all and to just put all my energy towards that, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't feel like it. But anyway, it was just we were just live for 123 minutes and 45 seconds just a few seconds ago. It's really cool synchronicity moment. So yeah. But I think it's about time for me to go eat and get on to doing whatever other things today has in store for me. But it has been very fun hanging out with you guys and talking about my Kickstarter. And Now that I know I can post in the community tab, I will definitely be making a post about the Kickstarter once I have more information on when specifically it'll be launching. And yeah, I will definitely update you guys with all of that information. Be sure you're following me on, like, if you, especially if you're watching this after the fact, be sure to go follow me on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. It's Ari is Artsy on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Real Alternatives by Ari Saucier. That's alternatives, not alternatives. So yeah, you have a good night too. Um, yeah, good night, good day, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, have a good one. And I hope to see you in the next one. I will be doing the live streams every Monday until I do get a job or have some other obligation that I cannot complete this obligation anymore. But now that I know that I have the community tab open to me, I will definitely let you know via that if for some reason this stream is canceled for a week or like canceled indefinitely, or if I have to swap it around. I will be letting you guys know. So be sure you're subscribed so you have access to that and all of that. Give this a like if you liked it, especially if you made it to this point in time in the video. Make sure you give it a little thumbs up, little boost there, and go tell me something in the comments. Give me some advice about my Kickstarter in the comments, or you know, like what you would like to see next for the next Kickstarter or something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna stop rambling now, but it's been fun. I will see you in the next one. Bye.